Good morning, Dokkan Ninja Turtles. Welcome back to another video. So we are here to talk about should you summon or, well, skip Gomah, which I'm gonna be honest with you, there's probably not a lot of skipping that's going to be going on. But before we do necessarily anything on this one, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, sub up, turn on notifications where you get notified when we go live, and also put up more videos. Again, share this out as well. But Gomah does drop tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if I'm honestly, I got a lot of things to do today. So if I'm not busy, I'm definitely going to try to be live for this one. I don't know if I'm going to summon immediately on his banner because I want to get the tickets first and then see what happens with this one. Because like I said, my RNG for tickets has been really rough. And I'm hoping that at some point in time, these tickets are going to, pay me out and get me a unit, because it's been a while. It's been a while since some tickets have been great for me whatsoever at all. So again, that's one thing I'm gonna say at the beginning of this. I highly recommend you wait for the summon for the Dokkan Day tickets and get them first, and then do all the content and stuff like that. Wrap up right now, build up some Dragon Stones, because I know there's gonna be a lot of people talking about Dragon Stone situation. Build that up, and then go in and summon on and see what you can necessarily spend on that banner to go after him. Because the thing about him, should you skip or summon, I'm gonna cover a couple of things on this one. And one of the big things that a lot of people are going to be asking about is when he's going to come back next. And when he's going to be coming back next is a little rough, because I already got a couple tabs up here showing off things, but this is anniversary stuff. So you can see this is part one of the anniversary side of the banners and stuff. And then you go into part two, which more unlikely he would be featured in the part two situation, seeing as he's coming out tonight, the 12th in November. So that still has December, January, and then probably February to give him that 3 sort of months for a unit to be out. So, and this should be roughly around the time that these guys, February 15th. So they'll give about basically 3 full months of the unit being out, so where he could come back and you can get him. Now he will be on a carnival banner that is there, and I think I want to say you should be able, since he's come back at that time, you should be able, if he's here, to buy him. But regardless, if not, the next yellow coin banner at that time slot is, I think, in April. And this is so this year it was Paikuhan, and Paikuhan, April 17th. So that gives you even more, bro. So that means you have December, January, February, March, April, 5 months until you can use basically yellow coins for sure. And again, I'm gonna say, like, because he's so good right now, I would not be surprised if they don't put him on the part 2 legendary banner. I wouldn't be surprised, just for the simple fact of how good he is. And let's be honest, look at me looking at you. I know it's early in the morning. I know you may have your coffee, you may have some cereal ahead of you, whatever. Maybe you got some breakfast. Maybe you weren't lazy enough to go out there and make you some breakfast this morning. But listen, put the fork down. I wouldn't be surprised. This is Bandai. This is Omatsu. Okay? Do you know what he does to us? Do you know what he's doing currently right now? Popping off a crazy unit for your Dragon Stones. I would not be surprised if he says, oh, y'all skipped? Oh, y'all skipped? Okay. So one of my things was, when did you come out again? Oh, December. Right. December. So he came out in December, and he's, like I said, nowhere on any of those. And this is, I mean, like I said, like you see what I'm doing here, bro. You see what I'm doing here. Like, you got this LR right here. Like, bro, like, y'all know what they do at times, all right? Like, y'all know what they do at times. Like, if I go up and I go to sales banner, nothing. So I come over here to both these banners. Nothing. And you could already see beforehand that, well, he wasn't even back on this banner or anything like that. So all I'm saying is that you might want to summon, especially when a unit has a lot of longevity. Now, here's the thing though. They do have yellow coins and stuff like this where, again, they are sort of, I won't say sort of, they are a part of what's going on for units and stuff like that, especially when it comes to like Great Ape. You got Vegeta here, stuff like that. And then for the other one, you had full power, well, Kaioken Goku for full power with Gohan. You have that. And like I said, Gomah being here would make sense, especially if we're going to get a Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta adult. Like, it would make sense. They put him in here. And like I said, I'm hoping that that's the case, especially for some of the people that are necessarily going to skip this banner. Like, I'm hoping that that is what happens, because Gomah has so much longevity. So much longevity, as long as they don't do what everyone's necessarily expecting them to do and probably ramp up the horrible difficulty in the game and let him run wild for maybe like a week or two and then go, here is another new crazy celebration event where it's going to be god awful in December. They do that quite a bit. You got to remember, this is the end of, let me say, this is basically the beginning of the end of a meta. Like, if that makes more sense to you right now when you're listening to this and stuff, this is that. This is them pumping out crazy units at the end of a meta. That way they can be somewhat, around the same strength of meta from an anniversary. And I know this is going to be the big topic of, skip or summon of, well, the anniversary is not that long from now. They're going to give you a ton of Dragon Stones. Remember that. Go back and look at the anniversary stuff. They're going to give you a ton of Dragon Stones. So if you're worried about Dragon Stone stuff, do not worry about Dragon Stones whatsoever at all. You have tickets to summon for. They're going to give you a crazy amount of Dragon Stones. And since it's the 11th year anniversary, I would honestly expect them to ramp it up even more on the Dragon Stone count that we're going to get. So hell, they may even introduce a new sort of ticket that you can get. And I forgot about summon points stuff as well too. But would he be popped into there, or is that just Dokkan? That's just Dokkan Fest Carnival. I wouldn't be surprised that I made a banner for Yellow Coin as well too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised if that somewhat happened at some point, especially for 11 year. They just introduced something new, but that just went in my mind immediately out of nowhere. So like I said, if they don't do anything like that, then don't worry about that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just introduce some things new, and maybe he's in on another banner or something like that has something to do with everything. Maybe. But you also have to remember they're probably going to cut him off from the, I would say, the ticket banners as well around that time. Like, he's going to get cut off from that. So this was, so there's Paiku Han, which, like I said, I think in terms of units, I want to say, was Goten? No, Goten's a carnival, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Goten's a carnival. But for ticket wise, like going through and looking, I'm trying to find like something that they would be able to put him in and see if, like, from like anniversary level stuff, like if they would have him in, like featured in on something. Not those. Yeah, I don't think he'd be in this here at all. I mean, they have LRs, but usually not. Like, this is all featured. Well, Cell Max was there. I mean, Cell Max did come out Cellmax was there. Hold on. I mean, I know he was in August, which obviously is a couple months earlier. I just have a feeling that they're going to restrict him, and he won't, and he probably won't be in this banner. Like, I just have that feeling that they're not going to let that happen. Yeah, because this was his Divine Carnival and stuff. Yeah, I would expect that to necessarily happen for him. Like, I don't think he's going to be. He might not actually be in there. It's either he's going to be featured in it for the 11th year anniversary, or you're going to have to wait until April for him. That's the only two options. But if you somehow decide to skip, and if you have a bunch of yellow coins right now, which yellow coin gang going strong. If you have a bunch like me and you can buy him as well too, then somewhat is reasonable. But also, let me just say this for the ones that are possibly new that's watching this and stuff like that. If you are new to Dokkan and you want to find a perfect time to get into Dokkan and start playing again, this is probably your best bet, because now you have a fresh new account where you could grind a crazy amount of Dragon Stones in a short amount of time and be ready for the 11th year anniversary, and also still summon on him and take him into every, and I do mean every, hard event in this game, and he should absolutely destroy it. Like short or long term content, like absolutely destroy it. Like if you're not, like at this point in time, you don't have to worry about doing all of the missions if you get him and you start over. And yeah, I'm saying a reroll in 2025 or whatever. Like if your account is buns at current level right now of everything in the game before they give us harder stuff, he should be busting it wide open.
What?
Pause, because he's got that spot in his damn animations where he got his butt cheeks all out, and for some reason they emphasized on Gomah's butt cheeks there. But regardless, like he should be busting it all wide open. Like he should be doing maximum damage on literally everything, and you not have to worry about any, especially that's not sort of restricted to a category thing where you have to do this with a certain category and stuff like that. Let me just go ahead and say that. But for anything that's not restricted or anything like that, that has, again, a bunch of Dragon Stones, Boss Rush, Infinite Dragon Ball history, even a red zone, blue zone, whatever, like all the specialty ones and stuff like that we get for anniversaries, worldwides and all that, he should be busting all of that. Like absolutely all that. So I'm just gonna say right now, like if you are new, this is your time. This is the unit that you need to get all the other Dragon Stones in the game, and he has an AoE. So again, like what are you doing? He has an AoE as well. So that's gonna help you out on every other thing in the damn game that has multiple enemies in it that's hard content. The Great Apes? Who? What? Who? Bro, he should literally be doing everything on the team. This is your time. Literally your time. So for me, it's probably a must summon. Like, I mean, look at the aura. I hadn't seen this, by the way. I hadn't seen this card art. I'm seeing this for the first time, actually. Like animated wise. Yeah, man, they gave him aura. They absolutely gave him aura. Like, you can tell. And I say this when it comes to certain units that come out over the year, and pay attention to this next year as well too, because you can really tell whenever a unit is out of place when they come out, especially when they're just ridiculously broken. Him and Tao this year were the exceptions out of this year that wasn't in an anniversary or a global Dokkan campaign that was like, where the fuck did this unit come from, bro? Like, Tao broke the game for a bit. Literally. And guess what he's going to do? Matter of fact, when did Mercenary Tao come out? Hold up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in May. So June, July, August, September, November. That's 5 months. Almost 5 months. Almost a full 5 months later, they come out with another unit with a busted kit. Yeah, come on, man. It's basically a no-brainer. At this point in time, I'm just continuing to still yap to try to prove my point that I feel like I don't need to prove my point. Like, I feel like he's a must summon. And if you're new and you want to get into Dokkan, this is your opportunity. This is your chance. This is the one time that it's like, hey, when should I get into Dokkan? Now. Like, come back now. Okay, and grind out everything else and have thousands of Dragon Sons waiting for the 11th year anniversary. Now, other than that, I'm pretty sure I don't need to hit any more marks. You can let me know in the comment section below if you summon in or not. Again, I'll leave it here at saying it's your Dragon Sons. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with them. Okay, do whatever the fuck you want to do with them. But other than that, stay safe, and I'm out.